Let's get into my fighter spotlight of the week. We skipped this fight on UFC Vegas 111, and for good reason, because this heavyweight fighter deserves to be spotlighted. They got themselves a big win twice this year under a UFC promotion. They're looking to make waves with their personality, their size, their aggression in the octagon. They're athletic as all hell. My fighter spotlight of this week is Josh Hokit. Shout out to Josh, the Incredible Hok, Hokit. Josh Hokit is an American football player and wrestler turned mixed martial artist. He competes in the heavyweight division of the UFC. He trains out of Jackson Wink. He's been training there since 2023, so very recent, only 2 years ago. And he fights out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, originally from California. Okay. Now, Josh Hokit's only 28 years old. He's born November 12th, 1997. He'll be turning 27, I think. He'll be turning 28 on November 12th. Yeah, so happy birthday to Josh Hokit in 3 days. All right. But he is a 6'1", 236-pound heavyweight with a 73-inch reach. He's 7-0, 4 KOs, 3 subs, fighting orthodox. Now, Hokit grew up playing football in California. MMA was never a thing in his mind. Okay? To help with his aggression, he competed in wrestling. All right? But in football, he played tight end, he played fullback, played halfback, played linebacker, and he even played special teams as well. This guy's a fucking athlete. All right? He was also the leader of his wrestling team. Okay? He grew up in Wasco, California, before moving to Clovis. He attended Clovis High School. As a senior in wrestling, he peaked at number 3 in the nation. The number 3 wrestler in the nation in high school. He originally accepted a wrestling scholarship to Drexel University, shout out to Philadelphia, but he changed his mind and he learned that they didn't have a football team. He said, fuck that shit. I ain't going there. I'd have to just wrestle. I want to wrestle and play football. You should have went to Temple University, my guy. Shout out to Temple. That's my alma mater. But we would have loved to have you, man. We would have loved to have you. Josh Hokit walked on at Fresno State University. He played 12 games as a freshman. He also wrestled. As a sophomore, Hokit appeared in 14 games. He only started in 4. He ranked second on the roster with 583 rushing yards, 128 attempts. He's playing fullback, sometimes halfback, by the way, and sometimes linebacker as well. He also scored 7 touchdowns rushing. That was 9th most in the Mountain West Conference. All right. In the season opener, he threw a 65-yard touchdown pass to Jared Rice. You guys may know Jared Rice. He played in the NFL. And then after the football season ended, Hokit returned to wrestling, placing 5th in the Big 12 championships. So I'm starting to notice a trend here. I don't know if you guys are starting to notice a trend here that he really wants to play football, but he's just good at wrestling. He's just good at it. He's number 3 in the nation in high school, doesn't give a fuck about it, doesn't even think about it. It's the second option to football. He's getting 5th in the Big 12 championship, but he's like, man, I'm trying to get these fucking yards. I'm trying to get these touchdowns. As a junior in 2018, Hokit appeared in 13 of 14 games, making only 1 start. But in wrestling, he led the team with 27 wins. He became their All-American selection, their first since Mario Botelho in 2003. Okay? So Hokit's making waves in wrestling. All right? As a senior in 2019, Hokit played 12 games for the Fresno State University football team. He made 1 start in their matchup with Colorado State. So he's not even a starter, but he's investing all this time in football. This reminds me a lot of like a Brock Lesnar. This reminds me a lot of you know what I mean. He was team captain for the final 4 games of the year. All right. But as a senior in wrestling, he finished the year by being named the NWCA second team All-American selection after leading Fresno with 24 wins. This guy's leading his wrestling team, and he's still not thinking what I can do with this wrestling shit. That's crazy to me. So you can always see that he chose football as his number one, but he excelled in combat sports like wrestling. It should have been his number one, but he made it his number two. So it is what it is. After going unselected in the 2020 NFL draft, Hokit was signed by the San Francisco 49ers as an undrafted free agent. He was waived at the final roster cut, but re-signed to the practice squad the next day. This was the trend, and this was the story of his tenure with the 49ers, because he happened to be waived or cut and re-signed multiple times to the practice squad over his tenure there, until he was ultimately waived on August 15th of 2022. On August 18th of 2022, he signed with the Arizona Cardinals, but he was waived 5 days later. It's very apropos for us to be doing this on Football Sunday. So Hokit started looking for other avenues to compete and to make money, because obviously his football career wasn't going as planned. It was his number one. So he decided to turn to his number two. He used his wrestling skills and turned them into martial arts skills. He started training at Jackson Wink with Mike Jackson, Mike Winklejohn, Brandon Gibson. And on March 1st of 2023, it was announced that Hokit had signed with Bellator MMA to start his MMA career. He makes his debut on October 7th, 2023 at Bellator 300. He wins the fight via arm triangle submission in the third round. Okay, so this is how he starts his MMA career. He starts it at Bellator 300, a big Bellator event. All right, that's where he starts his career at. He goes 1-0 with a submission arm triangle choke in San Diego, California. This was his heavyweight debut. This was in round 3, by the way. In his second bout at Bellator Champion Series 4, September 7th of 2024, he gets a first-round armbar submission over Sean Rose. This was also in San Diego, California. From there, obviously, we know that Bellator kind of liquidates under the Showtime banner. A lot of their fighters combine with the catalog at the PFL, but I guess Josh Hokit doesn't really see himself as a PFL fighter. He goes on in January of this year, January 10th of 2025, to take on John Lopez at LFA 199, and he wins the bout via TKO. Round 1, 2 minutes and 53 seconds in Lenmore, California. He fights at LFA 203 against Ezekiel Latu. He wins that bout via submission, rear naked choke, March 6th of 2025, just a couple months later in Las Vegas. Round 1, 42 seconds. Another quick finish for Josh Hokit. And then he gets his final LFA appearance at LFA 208 with a win over Eric Lunsford by TKO in round 1, May 9th of 2025. Round 1, 2 minutes in Santa Cruz, California at a catch weight of 269.6 pounds because his opponent, Lunsford, missed weight for a heavyweight bout. Josh Hokit said, no problem. I'm going to still beat that ass. TKOs him, round 1. And then Josh Hokit finds himself at Dana White Contender Series number 78, August 19th of 2025. You probably watched us cover this live on One More Round Fights, where we did a Dana White Contender Series watch along. Josh Hokit defeats Guilherme Uriel by TKO elbows, round 2, 1 minute and 6 seconds in Las Vegas, Nevada, August 19th of 2025, which brings us to this past Saturday. Coming in at a minus 400 favorite against another prospect making his debut, a UFC debutant in Max Jimenez. And Josh Hokit comes out here in his official UFC debut and TKO's Max Jimenez at UFC Fight Night Bonfim versus Brown, November 8th, 2005, in the very first round, 56 seconds in Las Vegas, Nevada, securing himself a Performance of the Night bonus. And that is why Josh Hokit absolutely deserved to be my fighter spotlight of the week. Puts him away early with punches. We got new heavyweight blood. Shout out to Josh Hokit on this Super Bowl Sunday. It was the only fighter spotlight that made sense to do. Shout out to you and shout out to your career. Glad to see you here with us in the MMA fight sphere. Appreciate you. Josh Hokit's my fighter spotlight of the week.